Okay. Hello. Hi. Welcome to the second annual live. Actually, it's not annual. It's day by day something I'm doing. Okay. So I have a few things I'm going to talk about, but let's get into this shirt that I designed. It says Orisha, which I also have a tattoo that says Orisha. It's the first part of my name. Like my full name is Orisha Jorodemi. So yeah. But also, before I get too far, let me pop this flat. Hold on. Before I get too far into today's video and everything, I hope the Wi-Fi is better. I'm in my room instead of my studio today, and if you hear noise in the background, it's because it's hot. Atlanta does not understand fall. It is autumn, and it feels like summer. So, yeah, I got the fan, got the AC, everything. I'm hot. But that's why I'm very happy with this shirt that I designed. In a moment, I'm going to show y'all the back, but I just want to talk a bit about, the inspiration for this line of t-shirts that I've released. And also, wait, I'm not going to lie. I should have brought out one of the hobo bags I designed because, I can show you how you can style it together. Should I do that? Okay, hold on. One second. I'm going to get it. Okay, so I have it. I'm back. Okay, so I knew I wanted to create a just wearable art line because I like to live in art. I like to exist in art. I just feel like the idea of fashion as being this I don't know. I just feel like fashion lately has felt like a metric of conformity, and I want my values to be reflected in what I wear. I want my cultural heritage to be reflected in what I wear. And so when you see Orisha, you're gonna know this is a Wari babe. This is a Delta babe. This is an Itsekiri woman. And I just feel like because I'm putting, hi, welcome to the live. So right now I'm just talking about this shirt that I designed and wearable art and why my fashion line, hi, welcome to the live. Oh, thank you, thanks. Thanks for the compliments, y'all. Y'all are very nice. Okay, so I'm talking about this shirt that I designed, and as an artist and an African artist, I was just talking about how the fashion industry right now feels like a metric of conformity. Thank you, Jimmy, and thank you, GHS. Those must be your initials, but thank you. Thanks, y'all. So I feel like with this line of t-shirts and even my hobo bags that I designed, which I'm about to show you which one from my fashion line I think would go well with this, or just one of them. Okay. So this is one of the bags I designed. It's handmade in London. I literally haven't even taken the stuffing out because I ordered it, the samples. This is one of the samples, and I was just like, okay, I seen it. It looks good. Yeah, let's just go from there. But yeah, I feel like with this line of wearable art and just infusing my cultural heritage into it, I think it is something that is definitely missing in the fashion industry. I grew up reading Teen Vogue, right? So I remember when Paul Lim first came out, when Zach Posen was really new on the scene, before all of these designers and creative directors were what they are now. They were really just indie fashion designers putting their own perspective and using their identity and their lived experiences to create something. And so for me, designing these t-shirts, these bags and everything, I'm like, okay, where do I come from? What do I have to say? Why is it important that I particularly say it? And for me, so I'm just checking some stuff with the live, but for me, I just feel like I'm an artist, like I said, but I'm also Nigerian, American. And with that identity comes a lot of like confusion sometimes, because there is definitely a lot of diaspora wars right now, like just like, oh, you're not black, you're African, or this and that. And I don't really partake in all of that, because I believe that the global black polity is just that. It's a global black community. And also, I believe in universal consciousness. I believe that every living being on this earth, we are connected through universal consciousness, because we were all created by the same divine creator. So it's like, you were created by God, you were created by God, I was created by God. So like, we're all, you know, we're all connected. So it doesn't really make sense for me to lean into division, especially when concepts like race are a social construct. Concepts like nationality, those were also socially created. So it's like this notion that, oh, a black person in America should not like a black person in Europe, should not like a black person in Africa. I beg you, I don't do all that. I don't believe in all of that universal consciousness over here. And I think that's a perfect segue into the shirt that I designed that I'm wearing now. But I didn't even show y'all the back. Hold on. Okay, so it says Orisha. This is an Itsekiri word for divine being, supreme being, like divine creator. Actually, you know what? Let me stop being lazy. Let me tell y'all the exact definition before the Itsekiri community comes and says, that's not the meaning. I beg, I don't have time. So let me tell y'all the exact meaning of Orisha, which I think it's really powerful to incorporate indigenous language onto the clothing that I wear. Oh my gosh, now Wi-Fi doesn't want to work. That's weird. Okay, so Orisha is the supreme deity and creator of the world. So yeah, Orisha means head creator, ultimate creator, ruler of the universe. And the term is also used in personal names like my name as well, Orisha Shedirodemi. My name is Odemi though. But you know, that's the full name that it was derived from. So it's used in personal names to signify a connection to or dependence on God. And the very loose translation of my name is essentially that God brought me here. Sorry, oh my gosh, there's like stuff popping up. Oh, okay. Is that God brought me here to fulfill a specific purpose, a special purpose in this specific time and place. So I just feel like it is very powerful to have that meaning plastered across my chest. Like when you see me, best believe you are seeing a physical embodiment of divine God consciousness. And I do want everyone who wears this shirt, especially, you know, my African ladies, to feel that, because that, you know, essence is definitely attached. But let me tuck it in just a little bit. Okay, so I'm wearing it with this mini skirt, which I'm like, did this get shorter? Okay, so this is the back. Hold on. This is the back of the shirt. It has my art, so the art on the back, with my logo in the middle. Mind you, this is a 100% organic cotton. I put the art into this text that I drew. So I made the art using like alcohol inks, and then I scanned it, and then I drew this lettering, and then I put the art, like I formatted the art into the lettering, and then I found a supplier, and then I put it on a t-shirt. So that is, now someone said, do I have a boyfriend? Oh my goodness. I'm single until I'm married. Next question. I'm just kidding. That is so funny. Not y'all all up in my grill. Who's asking? If it's not the IRS, I file independent tax returns. But let me be serious. Okay, so yeah, I'm just really excited about this t-shirt. So I have two other ones in this line. I meant to upload them to my website, www.alaerelifestyle.com, where you can also buy the bags I designed. Yeah, but I did not upload them just yet. So that's coming. Yeah, what was I gonna say? I need to take a breather. I just get so excited. This live something is very fun. I just feel like I have a whole bunch of like adrenaline just rushing through me. But today's topic is not just, hold on, I'm trying to put this away. Today's topic is not just about the fashion. We're gonna be talking about an art piece. So I haven't unwrapped this since the last show that I did. Actually, let me just even move back. I haven't unwrapped this since the last show that I did, and I feel like it's one of those pieces that I do get a lot of, it gets a lot of interest, a lot of compliments, and yeah, I just feel like, also even this artwork behind me, I painted a mural of it, but this is also available for purchase in this size. Hold on, let's see. Let's see if it's essentially the same size. It's like, yeah, just a little bit smaller. Oh, God, it's kind of heavy. All of my prints are shipped framed, and they will be just a little heavy. But yeah, so this is called Siren Song, this one, but I hand painted this onto my wall. And then this print, we're gonna rip it out to get ready for some ASMR. But while I rip this out, I'm gonna tell y'all, this piece is called She's Royal, and it is from a collection that was inspired by my first book. It was inspired by my first book, Force of Nature. Oh, hold on, this is kind of hard to unwrap, low key. Hold on. And oh no, I'm causing movement. Okay, let me be careful, y'all. Maybe I shouldn't have unwrapped this on live, but I thought y'all would enjoy the ASMR, so I don't know. But yay! Okay, voila! Okay, let me take it all out the wrapper. And then show you guys. So I'm going to talk all about this. Okay. Let me move back just a little bit so I can show y'all. Oh, child. Okay. So, not the reflection, trying to ruin. So this is one of my pieces. She's Royal. So this is the largest print. They're all limited edition prints. Like everything in my online art gallery is limited edition. But I'd say there's a good amount of each print. But once it's gone, it's gone. So yeah, this is called She's Royal. This is in the size 24 by 36. I feel like I'm not even in the frame. Lord have mercy. Well, it's okay. It's not about me. It's about, oh, thank you. Wait, what's your name? Thanks, Anne. So, yeah, it's not about me. It's about the artwork. And, all right, that's enough. I'm tired of, like, holding it up. But I'm trying to see how y'all can be able to see it. I didn't really plan this. I didn't really think this through. Okay. But, yeah, so this, I don't know. Maybe I should go get my easel. Or I'm trying to see if there's some way that I can, like, prop it up. Hold on, let's see. Let me use... Where is everyone from? Are there even people on this live right now? Let's see. There's 3 of y'all. Hi, my 3 musketeers, my 3 friends. Okay, let's see. I found something to prop it up. Okay. Lord Jesus. This is like a lot. I'm like overstimulated. I promise all my lives will be this chaotic. Okay. Let me take a breath. So, yeah, She's Royal. This was inspired by a really pretty picture I saw of Holly. Is that how you say her name? It's Holly or Hallie? Halle Bailey. She played Little Mermaid, and she's a singer. And she had this like really beautiful updo of her hair. And I just remember all of the drama surrounding her being Ariel, the Little Mermaid, you know, in the live action. And I was just like, but this woman is so beautiful. Like, I don't understand. Isn't the point of being a Disney princess you're beautiful, you can sing, like, isn't that the point? But anyways, I remembered being so like fixated on her hair, and just, you know, I grew up, my mom used to always say, hair is the beauty of a woman. Essentially, don't leave my house looking tall, basically. That was the message there. And I think like as Black women, our hair is deeply politicized, often without us having any say in it. And you know, for me, I like to change my hair up. I'll wear it black and, you know, long one day. I'll wear it in an afro one day. I'll wear it, you know, I'll wear a wig another day. I'll wear braids another day. I don't really think that I should be defined by how I choose to express myself. And I think that also sovereignty and reclamation of self and reclamation of sovereignty as African women, and just like understanding how to express our divine feminine power through a decolonized, sovereign lens, I think that that also means that we have to take ownership and, like, you know, choose how we want to show up and choose how we want to show up, you know, with our hair. So I feel like this print had a lot of that energy behind it, because I wanted it to showcase, hold on, let me like stand up and show you guys. I wanted it to showcase just the regality of Black hair. So with this print, I'm like way too short to be doing all this. Oh my gosh. Okay, I think that's a little bit better. I think with this print, I don't know, like that was just the main thing. She's royal, that's the name of the print. It's about African women feeling regal, confident, sovereign, beautiful in our natural hair, in whatever we choose to do with our hair. And this was inspired by a woman who has locks, so this hairstyle could be interpreted as locks, mini twists, braids, or just even your natural curls. And I think that we need more imagery, and we need more art that shows that. You know, let me see how long we've been on here. It's been like 18 minutes. All right, cool. So I'm gonna cap it at 30 minutes because I do want to read a poem from my book, Force of Nature, before we wrap up, and talk a little bit about that as well, because this was from my first ever collection, and that entire collection, like I said earlier, would not have happened if not for my first book, Force of Nature. So yeah, I just feel like my whole brand, ALAERE Lifestyle, is just all about celebrating African women. And I mean, this isn't to say that other people can't gain benefit from what I do, from my art and my literature. I'm actually going to share with y'all, before I read a poem from my first book, I'm going to share with y'all, sorry, I'm like looking at the time. Okay, I'm going to share with you guys, what's it called, a comment, like a review on Amazon. And this was written by someone who is not a Black person. Like, I know from their name, they're Indian. And I was like, wow, you know, I love that my book is reaching people who may not be from the same cultural background as me. Like, I think that's really cool, and I think that's really amazing. Okay, so I'm trying to pull it up right now on my iPad. This is so fun. I feel like I'm on FaceTime with strangers. As you know, I'm so sorry. Y'all are not strangers. Y'all are my community, and I love y'all. So, okay, let's go to a... Alright, so this was Okay, so this was written by someone who, yeah, they're from a different culture than me. And so this is my book, Force of Nature. Go check it out. Amazon, Walmart. Oh, not the back. Sorry, y'all. I'm showing y'all. There's a reason why this is one of my personal copies. I got all this stuff on the back of my B. But yeah, this is my book. It's a pretty good book, if I do say so myself, which is why I'm about to show y'all or read to y'all one of the reviews. But okay, so this says intimate, powerful, spiritual, a journey of self-discovery through all that life has to offer. And they go on to say, I found myself thoroughly engaged through reading Force of Nature due to the beautiful, diverse imagery, while shining light on such vulnerable experiences we encounter as humans in this life. Due to the raw, vivid language and subject matter present in the book, I felt that I could deeply empathize and relate, especially to the idea of finding yourself through the ups and downs of life. Because certain passages touched me in such a way, I found myself rereading others to understand better. I was grateful to experience this art, and due to the authenticity and vulnerability present in the book, that many others can read this to help get closer to their spirit. I will be on the lookout for more work from this author. Oh my God. And y'all know I ain't got the budget to be paying for reviews. So yeah, that's on their own volition. They wrote that. And I feel like the lectures I've done, everything I've done with this book thus far, I definitely want people to get that vibe. You know, I want them to have a sense of healing, a sense of belonging, all of that good stuff. So because this artwork, because this artwork is inspired by my book, I'm gonna choose a poem in here to read that I think will align with the message of She's Royal. And we have 8 minutes left of this live. Thanks so much for y'all who have joined, and I'm going to post this and everything will be available, including the chat replay. But let's see, which one shall we read? I don't know. Okay, actually no, I know which one. Conscious, yay, because Black consciousness for the win, which, let me digress for a minute. Let me just go on a little tangent. I don't like this idea because of the hoteps, they be ruining everything. I don't like this idea that because you honor and integrate Black consciousness and a decolonized way of thinking, that you're all of a sudden a hotep. Sophia is not my portion. I rebuke it. Okay, I am a sovereign Nigerian American woman, proud of my Blackness, proud of my ancestral, lineage, proud to be Itsekiri, and I just feel like everyone should be proud of where they come from, and there's nothing wrong with that. I don't think that there's anything wrong with being a Black person who understands your history and understands your lineage and the people who made sacrifices before you, and to appreciate that. Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with that, and I do think there has been this pushback on, in general, intellectualism. Sorry, actually, did I hold on. Okay. There's a pushback in general on intellectualism, but I think also on what's it called? Sorry, I'm trying to make sure y'all see the text of the shirt. Orisha, period. But yeah, Black intellectualism matters. So here goes, reading from my book, Force of Nature by Odeni Kasu. Okay, so this poem is in the soil chapter, and it is on page 125. And the soil chapter is that which we grow from. So it's talking about just little aspects of life, big and small, honestly, that lead to our growth. And I truly believe that if you treat your life like a garden and you plant seeds with intention and you water them with faith and just joy and like also a belief in yourself and the presence of God in your life. Like, you are a supreme being. You are a divine creator. You are a divine, you know, physical embodiment of God consciousness. So I think, yeah, like my art, the book, everything is about that. And I feel like it just makes life better when you move like that. So this poem, Conscious, page 125, in Force of Nature. Okay, so, oh, hold on. Let me drink something. Okay. The pain of Black womanhood can feel so politicized to the point where we subconsciously begin to view ourselves as abject to our own struggles. Far removed from the implications of the pain we experience, we numb deep wounds with empty kisses and suffocate under silk scarves, hiding bruised necks. Vulnerabilities sit at bay, and we duel with the parts of ourselves that wish for a moment it would all stop. I've learned to scream, to shout, and when all else fails, to pray. To cry out my longing to the universe and run to the arms of God. She answers my questions with tugs at the hem of my skirt. She tells me to sit and wait, sit and listen, sit and breathe. Finding comfort in the intricate strands of my being has been an odyssey inwards, one of untying strings and looping them through and coming undone once more. All to fall through time and space, memory and present, to find the goddess within me. She is divine. And through her I see my own light, my propensity to birth nations, to steer the head of giants from calamity, to nurture the seeds of promised lands, to harvest the fruit of my labor, of my pain. Knowing her is knowing my own strength, and the strength that lies in the tapestry of my roots, woven with intention and desire. I am divine. Ooh, period. I love that when I wrote that during the pandemic. Like, I think that's actually pretty dope. And also, I just feel like, yeah, be conscious of the fact that you were called to be great. You were called to, you know, not run away from your divinity, in the sense that, like, you are who you are. You are made to be unique. And I'll talk about this in another live. Like, even things like, you know, that society tells us aren't good, like neurodivergence, different body shapes, like just everything that makes us so unique and diverse as a human race. Like, I think that's very beautiful. And specifically, the diversity within the African diaspora, diaspora is very, you know, I think it's very important for us to appreciate that and to celebrate it and to be happy about the fact that we were not only the first people on earth, but we come from a land so rich with resources, so rich with diversity, ecological diversity, cultural diversity, just so much. Like, it's just amazing. So yeah, I feel like it's getting to that time where I need to wrap it up. But once again, thank you for watching. And if you are interested in getting this piece, if this piece speaks to you, she's royal, go ahead and check out ALAERELifestyle.com, where you can become a collector of my work. I'm working on doing more art shows. Go check out my latest short if you want to see an art and wine tasting event that I did some time back. But yeah, I'm excited. You know, ideally I get that physical space sooner rather than later, and y'all can come in person and enjoy the artwork. But this piece, 24 by 36, shipped in a gallery frame, is $675, and yeah, I think it's been a pretty popular piece. I'm not gonna lie, the cover of this book, which is also available as a print, I'd say that is one of my bestsellers. So yeah, check it out, check it out, check it out. And also, before I go, just another quick plug for the t-shirts. Orisha, Divine Being. You can come closer so y'all see. Original art, original lettering, infused with African culture, specifically Itsekiri. This is the art on the back, very vibrant. You will definitely stand out if you walk out in this shirt. And yeah, thank you so much for joining. Let me see if I can like messages. Oh, actually, never mind. I don't think you can do that on the live chat replay. So yeah, thanks so much. Mwah! I love y'all. See y'all next time. Bye.